The British ambassador to the U.S., Darroch, has resigned, and it comes just days after a series of diplomatic cables criticizing U.S. President Donald Trump were leaked. Arthi Pohl is in Washington following this story for us. So, Arthi, what happened?
So what we do know is that resignation did come in from the UK's ambassador to the United States this morning. And of course, as you mentioned, this follows the leak of the correspondence of the cables from UK's ambassador to the US, from Darroch, to, of course, his colleagues. It was not meant for public consumption and certainly not meant to be seen by the US president because, in fact, Darroch was quite critical of Donald Trump and of the Trump administration and their handling of world events and the Trump administration's method of operating as well. But again, these were frank discussions that were not meant to be seen by the U.S. president or really anyone else for that matter. These were meant to be confidential discussions. So we know that he has resigned now because it did turn into quite a war of words with the U.S. president, who, as we know, can be quite thin-skinned when he's facing criticism. Let's quickly bring up part of the statement where Darroch does in fact resign, in which he says, although my posting is not due to end until the end of the year, I believe in the current circumstances the responsible course is to allow the appointment of a new ambassador. And so he again now has resigned. He wasn't due to leave just yet, but he says that really he would have a limited ability to carry out his tasks now. We know that Trump's initial reaction to those leaked cables was, well, I won't be dealing with Darroch anymore. That's how I'm going to react with this. So that would put a severe limitation on the ability of the UK ambassador to the US. We know that also outgoing Prime Minister Theresa May of the UK had some comments about this resignation. Here's what she had to say.
Sir Kim has given a lifetime of service to the United Kingdom, and we owe him an enormous debt of gratitude. Good government depends on public servants being able to give full and frank advice. I want all our public servants to have the confidence to be able to do that. And I hope the House will reflect on the importance of defending our values and principles, particularly when they are under pressure.
And we know, in addition to the Prime Minister, in fact, also UK's Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt was quite critical of the words that Donald Trump used to describe Darroch following the leak of the cables. And he also expressed disappointment with the resignation of the UK's ambassador to the US, Hannah.
And Arthi, is there any reaction from the United States so far?
Well, as I'm sure you are predicting I'm doing, I'm watching Donald Trump's Twitter. So far, he has not tweeted anything yet. We know previously he called Darroch stupid. He had a lot of criticism for him, called him a pompous fool and wacky on Twitter, and that was yesterday. In terms of reaction so far, we are waiting from official reaction from the White House, but we know that the Chief of Staff for the Vice President, Mike Pence, Mark Short, is the Chief of Staff, and he had said that it was probably a good move given the fact that he would have a limited ability to carry out his tasks, Darroch, that is, given the current circumstances with that relationship and the way things have devolved given that leak, Hannah.
Arthi, thanks for the latest on this.
You're welcome.